Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Golfmonger Show. I'm your host, Brian Steff, and I am the Golfmonger. World Golf Championships Match Play Edition at TPC Harding Park out in San Francisco. Matches are underway today. Second round, new format. Going a little World Cup-ish, Olympic style with pool play and making things interesting, which I kind of like. We'll get into that a little bit later. We'll also take a look at who's not playing, and Tiger going a little out of character this week as well, like announcing his entire summer schedule already.
Yeah.
For his whole career, he he wanted it to be a secret. He never let anybody know where he was going to play, and now all of a sudden he's telling everybody. And I've got some thoughts on why.
I imagine
why that is. Welcome into the show, the man behind
the Golfmonger. If you did, man.
The man behind the glass, our producer, the big cheese around here, Jeff Gilder, chiming in, laughing at me already.
The Golfmonger is not a Tiger fan. Let's put that in caps and put it out there.
Anybody's ever listened to one podcast, you could probably figured that out. That I am not. What I am a fan of is the new tweaks that they made this year to the match play championship. I think I like the pool play idea.
Yeah,
I do, and let me tell you why. Razor thin, we talk all the time. Razor thin is the difference between the number one ranked golfer in the world and the 50th ranked golfer in the world. I mean, they're all so talented. And any of them, when they're completely dialed in, they can all beat each other. And if one's slightly off, they can lose. And and you see it in the match play. It's kind of like we've seen in the match play where, to use NCAA terms, like the 16 seed knocks off the number one seed. You don't see that in college basketball. Duke's going to beat Coastal Carolina. We all were rooting for Wisconsin, for Coastal to beat Wisconsin, but let's face it, Wisconsin was going to win that game. There's no prayer. Well, the 56th ranked player in the world right now is Jason Duffner.
Yeah.
When he plays Rory McIlroy, he's got a chance.
Who's a proven winner? Of course, he didn't show it yesterday, but
Jason Duffner's won a major for crying out loud.
Yeah.
But he's the 56th ranked player in the world.
Yeah.
So he's playing Rory McIlroy in the pool. Well, if you go pool play and you put Wisconsin, Coastal Carolina, South Carolina, and I don't know, West Virginia or whatever, you're pretty gonna. Oh, that's easy. Wisconsin's coming out of that.
Yeah.
You look at this pool thing. In PGA Tour. In place of a regular fantasy golf, they got this bracket challenge thing where you fill out brackets, and I did that, and I tweeted out the other day. And by the way, I'll throw it out now. I know it's already started, so you can't make new brackets. But I'm giving away a 56-degree sand wedge on my sports site DYST now on my blog, and you can just tweet at me at Golfmonger. Copy and paste, tweet your bracket from the PGA Tour.com site. From the challenge, tweet it to me. You can't change it, so what? We're in the second day. Tweet it, and if you do better than I do, you get a chance to get a sand wedge, courtesy of our friends at Razor Golf out of Tampa, Florida. I'm no genius. There's probably a really good chance I'm going to get beat by a lot of people. So you're going to have, if you think you got a chance, I got Jason Day winning the whole thing.
But you're an extremely lucky guy.
Look at my wife.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So it's tweet at Golfmonger if or tweet us here at the Golf Director. Send it to us. I'm gonna, even if you send it in the jet, I'm gonna honor everybody. Everybody's got a shot. Anybody that beats me gets their name thrown in a hat to pull a winner next week, and somebody's getting a sandwich. Man, that's cold.
What, the cup?
The cup, yeah. And yesterday there were some upsets, if you want to call them that, for the lack of better terminology. Before I really get into who, I kind of already put the cat out of the bag. I like Jason Day to defend and win it all, but of course, and he lost yesterday, so that's awesome. But all he's got to do, he's going to win his pool, and then let's move on. And then but when you come out of the pool, they're going to play yesterday, today, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then they get to the weekend and it's single elimination. So, do you see any big surprises in this, Jeff? I mean, are you calling?
Well, I don't know if it's a big surprise or not, but I think Billy Horschel's going to be tough to beat.
Well, that would mean he would knock Rory McIlroy out of his pool. So you're saying the number one player in the world is not going to advance.
Listen.
I'm listening.
Rory McIlroy played Jason Duffner yesterday, and he used the excuse that Duffner didn't challenge him.
Is that what it was? Well, maybe then. I only saw the first 2 holes those guys played yesterday.
Yeah.
And Duffner bombed putts in on the first 2 holes to have holes with Rory. So is that what he calls not being challenged?
Yeah, he didn't have to really be on his game to beat Duffner.
Duffner's playing terrible.
Yeah.
He really is.
Yeah.
Rory got rid of his woman and won 2 majors. Duffner got a divorce and is playing like me.
He lost. He got a divorce.
Lost 100 pounds. Lost 100 pounds. Lost 100 pounds. Lost a wife and lost a few $1 million, and he's playing terrible.
Yeah.
But we're making fun of the poor guy.
Poor guy. Yeah,
listen, poor guy makes millions of dollars.
Yeah.
You think that next wife's not going to be just as hot, if not hotter than the last? Yeah. Well, I don't know about hotter. She's pretty damn.
That's pretty hot though.
The ex Duffner.
Yeah.
Is pretty hot.
Has anybody ever found the pictures?
No.
They got to be out there.
Believe me, they would be out there if they were out there. We talked about it before. I got a heads up on that was coming before it ever got out into the news. I got somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that told me that was coming, and it's amazing when people become celebrities; they turn into idiots sometimes.
Yep.
She became her own celebrity and went cuckoo. So now back to the golf. So you think Horschel could knock off and come out of that pool?
Yeah, well, he's playing Duffner today, right?
Well, he's going to win today.
Sorry, Jason. Yeah. We're just having a little fun here.
Yeah, because Snedeker and Rory are playing today.
Yep.
Horschel and Duffner. Let's see. I tell you what, here's the thing. I like Rory coming out of the first pool, but if you're going to look at it as like brackets, in the quarterfinals, they play the guy that comes out of Hideki Matsuyama, Kevin Na, Luton, and Levy, and I like Matsuyama.
Well, I was going to ask you this. I watched a little bit yesterday, and I'm going to tell you what, man. This guy has got probably the most repeatable golf swing that I've ever seen.
You can take a nap at the top of his backswing.
It's amazing. Just think about that. If you can do that, and who can do that?
I would kill for that swing, by the way.
Nobody. I mean, that's a beautiful swing.
Yes, it is.
I mean, and he can go full swing, 3/4 swing, half swing, the same thing. It works the same way.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've been giving my 5-year-old grandson Eli golf lessons. I need somebody else.
Don't
to
do that.
but if I could teach him something. If he could learn that, I think that's a beautiful golf.
By the way, if you're a young golfer out there listening, watch Hideki Matsuyama swing and try to copy it.
Justin Rose has got a beautiful golf swing, but that swing of Matsuyama's, to me,
what I like about Matsuyama is it's simple.
It's extremely simple.
So like you said, being repeatable, not only is it repeatable by him, but it can be imitated.
Yeah. But see, that's
I don't know if I could pause like that.
But that's what I was getting ready to say. You have to learn.
That's what I mean.
The pause.
But
have you ever tried it?
Not on purpose.
I mean, I have. I mean, I've gone to the range and tried to practice that pause. It's so hard to do that.
Yeah. I can only. I know I've never because I can't do it.
Yeah.
I already know that I can't do it, so I'm not.
Love the swing though. If the dude ever learns to putt,
learn to putt.
He's gonna
learn to putt. He's gonna be a world beater. That's for sure.
No question.
No, I like in my. I like Paul Casey. Yeah. Another guy lost yesterday. A lot of guys I like lost yesterday.
Yeah.
But I mean that doesn't mean. So that's what I like about the pool play. So you're not done. You just got to win your pool. You got to win. So he lost this. You win today and tomorrow, and you're good to go.
Still got a shot.
As long as you didn't get blown out.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't see or look into how they're doing the tiebreakers. Like if 2 guys finish 2-1, how does do you go head to head? I guess it starts with head to head. Obviously, so somebody's going to beat. I beat you, he beat. But Horschel and McIlroy, that's going to be fun because they both won 5, and they didn't play. They only played 14 holes. Jordan Spieth won 4 and 2. I don't like him to win the whole thing. By the way, Well, I already said it was
Speed.
Jason
Yeah.
Day, but I don't even like him to go that far. I don't know why. Just a gut feeling.
Yeah.
You know, everybody rides a wave for so long, and then eventually you lose a little bit of steam. And he was playing so good leading up to Augusta. I mean, he really could have won twice. He won once with 2 seconds, but he lost in the playoff that he really could have won.
Yeah.
Should have won. Hell, it never should have been in the playoff. I don't think. But so he could have had 2 wins going into.
Let me ask you something, and I don't know if we ever discussed this on your show or not, but we've had this discussion somewhere since I've been here. Think the pressure of winning all the time is almost too much to bear for anybody. When you can scale it back, run in the second, third, fourth place every week, have a nice, comfortable living, and you don't have to deal with being the guy that's winning every week. How valid is that in today's golf? Well, listen, let me back it up with something. We've seen it in NASCAR for years, and I know that's tough to make that relationship, but we've had a racing network here for about 8 years now. And you go back in history and you look at all the great guys, when they finally started winning, they went into cruise control. Okay. And we've often used the term is the problem is they can't press the accelerator all the way down because they're sitting on their wallet. But in golf especially, there is a ton of pressure if you're the guy that's winning every week.
Well,
Look what it did to Tiger.
The thing is, nobody wins. Yeah. Well, here's the thing about golf: nobody wins every week.
Yep.
Nobody can make their car drive faster. You know, you don't have a team of mechanics. I understand the comparison because it's very, very similar.
Yeah.
You can make a very good living, and you can be considered a great player without winning.
Yep. And without so much of a demand on your time.
Yeah, yeah. You can do a lot of things without winning in a sport like golf, because you're earning points. You know, it is what it is. So I understand the comparison. To put that on Jordan Spieth was way too early in his career. He's definitely not at that point.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And I think you play to win. I mean, like the old one of my the old you play to win the game. You know, it was the coach Herm Edwards. You play to win the game. I don't think there's a whole lot of times those guys go out there and tee it up not thinking I think I can, I want to try to win. I think there's a lot of times they go in and know their game's not in the right spot, or they're feeling a little tired or whatever. And I don't think that this event means that much to Spieth. I don't. I think an event like this comes down to who's got the hot hand, because it's different every day. Every day is different.
It's got to be kind of a refreshing change.
Do you realize that Paul Casey beat Chris Kirk yesterday in 23 holes? Didn't make a birdie until the 19th hole.
Wow.
Think about that. He beat Chris Kirk in 23 holes. Didn't make a birdie on the front on the regulation 18 holes. He didn't make a birdie till come back to number one.
He's not the guy
5.
that won with a bogey, is he?
No, he won with a par. His last hole he won was with a par. But think about that. Now, in a regular golf event, do you win in anything if you go 18 holes without a birdie?
Oh, way, man.
Nothing. Even in the major, even like in the U.S. Open where the winner might be +1 or +2, they make birdies along the way.
Yeah.
He didn't make a single birdie. So neither of them played very well. But it's match play. All you got to do is play better than the guy across from you that day. But today Paul Casey can go out and shoot 10 under. I mean, in theory. I mean, they don't keep score that way, but, if you look at the card, he could go lights out today. I like Rory and Dustin to meet in the quarters with Martin Kaymer and Ricky Fowler. The only reason I'm saying Ricky Fowler is based on his match play. He's playing terrible this year.
Yeah.
I mean, for him, he's not playing very well. He hasn't sniffed any front page of any leaderboard anywhere. But I think he's got a favorable draw. Harris English hasn't been playing that well. Graham McDowell either. I think he's in the pool. He got a favorable pool. Bubba Watson's also in that one, and I don't expect him to come out of this. I don't think he's going to win anything. I like DJ and Martin Kaymer to get to the semis. I like Dustin to get to the final. And if you're looking at the left side of the bracket, if you go to the other side, here's why I don't think. Now, what I want to see, and I think the whole world wants to see, and it's a shame that they're meeting this early, in the round of 16, out of they get out of the pool plays, if they win their pool as the best seed, Spieth and hashtag top 5 play each other.
Yeah.
Spieth's number 2 in the world. Patrick Reed's 15.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, Reed could come up and win any tournament. I think, though. I mean, that guy's.
Can. But this match play thing,
yeah,
I think the format. But it's a shame. I think it's a shame that him and Spieth are playing so early against each other.
Yeah,
it would have been better if it worked out. But you're seated where you're seated. You know, you can't change it for matchup purposes. This isn't made for TV. You know.
Yeah.
I like Jamie Donaldson to be an upset. I picked out of all the pools, the highest seed I picked to win and come out of a pool was 32nd seed. I picked Hunter Mahan to come out of his pool because his history in this event is good. He's a good match play player until you get to the Ryder Cup. But yeah, I like DJ and Jason Day to win and meet in the finals. And I like Jason Day to cover it up. I'll probably be totally wrong. And the rest of my final four is Martin Kaymer and Jimmy Walker. And I think all 4 of them lost yesterday. All 4 guys are picked to be in the finals.
See, if they do this next year, they're going to come and pay you not to pick them.
Yeah. Hey, okay. Did you say someone's going to pay me? I'm in. Sign me up. What else we need to talk about today? Oh, you want to hear my thoughts on
Tiger.
On who?
Tiger. Yeah.
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods. Remember him?
We've heard of him.
Remember him?
He plays golf, doesn't he?
Occasionally.
Not very well anymore.
Not lately.
Not much lately. So he comes out and well, let me ask you this. Other than for people to know that he's actually committing in advance, you know, whatever, help sell tickets. The individual events are I'm sure, ecstatic that he's come out this far in advance to say that he's already announced his next 5 starts. He's going to play at the Players, obviously. He tweeted at Jack Nicklaus and said, "I'll see you." He's going to play at the Memorial. He's going to play at the Greenbrier. Since he's going to be in Ohio, playing at the Memorial, he's going to play at the Greenbrier in West Virginia at the old TPC old white course, which is awesome. For there, my home state, to get Tiger there. Then obviously he's going to play in his own tournament, the Quicken Loans National, and then obviously he's going to play in the U.S. Open and Open Championship. Let me ask you, why do you think he's all of a sudden chosen to, in advance, roll out where he's going to be playing for the next 2 months, 3 months?
Man, I think it could be. I'm sure you have an opinion, or you wouldn't ask that. Something that's on my mind is the expectation of Tiger being in a tournament and what that's done for everything kind of waned a little bit over the last period of time. And another thing that makes me think there might be something going on there, it's got to come into play. I mean, I know he's Tiger Woods and he's going to be good for most anything, but his sponsor commitments.
2 things. 1, I don't care.
But listen, we knew that.
But we need to talk about this.
Okay.
My real opinion.
Who cares?
My
right?
first opinion, I don't care.
Yeah.
My second opinion, that we got to talk longer than that. So at least a few more minutes. I agree with you, but I guarantee there's been a little pressure put on him.
From?
Sponsors, tournament hosts.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been. That's the basis of what I was saying.
PGA,
yeah.
The PGA Tour.
Yeah.
I mean,
the Tiger factor has been low, man.
Well, here's the thing, and I was talking to somebody about this the other day that's not a big golf fan. So it was perfect that knows golf, but not as a big fan. Tiger is not a factor on the course, but he's still a factor at the box office.
Yes. True.
It's amazing when you've got that kind of star power that anybody who realistically evaluates where his game is at and the rest of the world of golf, if you realistically look at it, you cannot ever pick him to win anything until he does again.
Yeah.
Or starts to consistently play better. We've said this before. Everybody in the field has a chance to win because everybody has that kind of talent in their game.
Yep.
It's a matter of putting it together for 4 days.
And he showed some major improvements.
He did. And here's the thing. Now it'll be interesting to see if he can do it. And notice, other than going to the Greenbrier, everywhere he's playing, except the U.S. Open because nobody's played at Chambers Bay, courses he's familiar with.
Yeah.
He's played Augusta a million times.
He's played Greenbrier a couple times.
He has played it, but I think it's been a while since he's been at Greenbrier. Memorial, he's won that how many times? 6 or 7 times.
Yeah, or 8 or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is. He's played the Greenbrier a few times. St. Andrews for the Open Championship. So, not overly surprised that he's playing where he's playing because he always plays those.
Mm-hmm.
The surprise would be that he's announcing in advance because he typically, even at the height of his glory, he wouldn't tell you till a week or two in advance whether he was playing.
Yeah.
Completely committing to events. Even if he knew he was committing, he never made it public. I think there are other underlying factors. I think he's been gone from the game too long.
Yeah.
For the casual golf fan. And it makes the PGA Tour nervous. And it makes his sponsors nervous.
Yeah.
And it makes the tournament directors nervous.
I mean, let's face it, there's not anybody else in the game right now that has the Tiger.
There's only one other guy that comes close, and that's Phil.
Yeah.
Still. And the part that hurts is those guys are both in their 40s.
Yep.
Now, Jordan Spieth wins a couple more majors, he'll have that. Because he's winning at not the same kind of pace, but he's winning the type of tournaments.
Yep.
Winning a major already as young as Tiger.
Well, we've got some guys that could potentially do it. Yeah.
Rory can do it. The downside to Rory, the top player in the world, he's European.
Yeah. Patrick Reed's got the potential to do it. And I think
he's got to win more. He's got to win more.
Well, anybody you mention has to win more.
No, they have to win major.
Yeah.
Patrick Reed doesn't have to win more. He's already winning.
Yeah.
There's only, historically, he's at as good a pace as everybody in the world, everybody historically except Tiger.
Yeah.
So you can't fault him for that. Same with Jordan Spieth. They're on those kind of paces already. But they got the personality that can attract people. Because Patrick Reed, the reason that he could do something is he's polarizing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who don't like him because of his attitude.
But that's perfect. Which
is fantastic.
Yeah.
For everybody that loves Tiger, there's another person like me out there that hates him.
Yeah.
And it hates the wrong word with me. I like his golf game. I don't like his personality. I don't like the way he carries himself on the golf course. All the off-course stuff, I could care less.
Yeah.
That's your personal life. It's public because you're a public figure. Mm-hmm. But I don't give a damn what you're doing. You can sleep with a million women. It's not my problem.
Yeah.
You know? As long as my wife, my mom, my sister ain't one of them, I don't care less. I could care less. Do what you have fun. Go for it. If that's the kind of life you want to live.
How about your cousins?
I don't. That's too long of a list. That's whatever. But
I mean, you're a West Virginia guy. It's important.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it makes the circle a little smaller. But I don't like the way he carries himself on the golf course. If you're supposed to be an ambassador in bringing the masses to the game, but you act like an idiot and you swear and you throw clubs and stuff like that, then I've never had. I mean, when he was at his peak, when he was young, I didn't like him for those reasons. Yeah. When I was younger, But there's some personalities out there that can bring it. Spieth and Ricky Fowler. Ricky's got to win. Patrick Reed. There's a lot of young faces out there that can do it. A guy like Billy Horschel because he's fiery. He's got that attitude. He's got to win more. But it's not going to take one. There's not one guy, and that's the thing. Remember, the world of golf went through a stretch without one guy.
Yes.
It was Palmer. Then it was Nicklaus. And then there was a stretch where golf was still really popular without those guys.
Yeah.
You had Freddie Couples and Davis Love and Greg Norman and Nick Faldo and Seve Ballesteros and those guys. There was a group of them that were Ray Floyd and those guys. There was a group of them that were fun to watch. Payne Stewart, Curtis Strange, Fuzzy Zell. I mean, there was a group. There was a lot of them that were fun to watch that carried golf basically from Jack and Arnie to Tiger.
Yeah.
And Phil. right?
Yep.
Yeah, Jack, Arnie, and Gary, the big
Yeah.
three, carried it on to the next. And I think we're about to go into an era where it's going to be a collective group of guys.
Yeah.
And it'll take a little while. Anytime you have one person to root for all the time that everybody likes is polarizing. They try to hang on to them so long. You know who's hanging on to them? The media.
Yeah.
Because they're so used to being able to just hang their hat on him, they don't know what the hell else to do to go out and find other topics to talk about. Well, what the hell are we going to talk about this week? Tiger's not playing. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And the biggest networks are the worst.
Sure they are.
They're the absolute worst. I mean, and they do it with all sports, but when it's individuals, it's easier. And so this next era of golf isn't going to be one guy, and that's my opinion. Stop looking for the next Tiger Woods. I mean, when's the NBA going to stop looking for the next Michael Jordan? He's not coming. He's not.
Yeah.
There's the current LeBron James.
Yeah.
There was the current Kobe Bryant. There's not another Michael Jordan out there. This is the current LeBron James. Tiger's not even like Jack, really, because Tiger, and there's probably about as similar as you can get though, because Jack hit the ball further than a lot of guys did, and kind of could overpower some things or whatnot. But he finished second a lot too. But Jack was also a grinder.
Yeah,
he would go out and win. He could catch you from behind. Tiger would run out to a lead and then just hold on. His whole career. That's how he won. If he had the 36-hole lead or whatever, just start etching his name on a trophy because he's not giving it up. But if he wasn't winning going into Sunday, he's scratch him off the list because he's not going to win. I mean, even when he was at his peak, where that was a difference between him and Jack, in my opinion. But this next era of golf is going to be a collective group of 6, 8, 10 guys that are going to carry it forward. Rory and Rose and Spieth and Reed and Fowler and Horschel and Jimmy Walker and Dustin Johnson and Jason Day. Those guys. I mean, it's going to be, and we're going to watch those guys win. Those guys are going to win all the majors. Hopefully, for the game of golf. With an odd one thrown in here and there. But I think that's what's going to move it forward. More so than what's this one guy going to do? Well, it'll probably be one that'll be a little bit better, and it'll either be Rory or Jordan, in my opinion. Maybe Dustin. I still think if DJ, once he wins a major and he figures out how to do it, he's going to win a bunch.
Yeah.
He's going to win 7 or 8, if not more. Once he gets the first one, it'll come in bunt, and he'll win them all in a stretch. In about 4 years, he'll win like 6.
DJ's got the talent. It's not an issue. It's that little section between his ears that causes him the problem.
And so far, since he's taken his break and come back, he looks a lot better in that category than he ever has.
Yep.
So
good for him.
We'll see. All right, we're going to wrap it up on that. So, by the way, like I said, if you did a bracket challenge on PGAtour.com, send it to me via Twitter at Golfmonger. Send it to the show at the Golf Director. If you can beat me, have a chance to win a sand wedge courtesy of our friends at Razor Golf. Check them out at razorgolf.com. Take a look, see what you're going to get. I'll pick the winner, announce it, ship it out to you the next day. I got a couple of them at the house. So, for Jeff, this is Brian. It's been a fun day. Thanks for letting me back on here. Keep pushing the button so I can keep coming and running my gums like this and have a little fun with you every Thursday. Appreciate it, buddy. The Golf Director radio and TV are produced and broadcast by the Zeus Radio Network for thegolfdirector.com. When visiting the Golf Director, be sure to check out our featured golf course pages where you'll find up-to-date information about course conditions, specials, and much more. Need help with your next golf vacation? Just call Dave. That's it. Hashtag just call Dave. Give us a call at 844-GO-GOLF1, 844-464-6531. All of our TGD programming is archived for your listening and viewing on demand. If you want to catch up on a show you may have missed, just click on the TGD Radio and TGD TV tabs in the menu at thegolfdirector.com. We're now on 1 billion devices: iTunes, Audio Realm, TuneIn, YouTube, Ustream, Roku, Blueberry, and the Myrtle Beach Golf app. We're on every one of those. This has been the Golfmonger Show. I'm your host, Brian Steffen. I'm the Golfmonger on behalf of Jeff. Shannon waiting in the wings to jump on over here. Stay tuned for more great golfdirector.com news and information coming up next. That's hot in here. Whew.